Looking at her eyebrows, what do you think she needs? She needs a brow arch. It's a little too flat, so we're going to raise that up a tiny bit. I want you to look at myself as the model as well, because my eyes are open, so we're going to measure first. Middle of the nostril, right over here, in an angle. Make sure it's in an angle in the middle of the iris. Right over here, in an angle. I'm more on the mature side, so I like a little bit of a brow lift. That's why I go closer to the edge of the iris. Keep that in mind. Draw an outline to show you how high you can go. Draw yourself an outline and see how high you can go. Okay, so when you comb up the hair, when I comb up her hair, it actually makes sense. It doesn't look like it's overly drawn in. This is just a guide. Now, you can snip the hair. I have an old brow tattoo, and I do have a little bit of hair there, but just a tiny bit. Use your spoolie brush to make sure you don't trim too much. A little bit will go a long way. This adds a little bit of thickness and beautiful shaped brow, right? It's still nice and curved, but comb down the hair. If you comb down the hair, you can see the outer edge. That's where you want to, of course, focus on. So here I'm going to add a little bit of powder. The powder just adds a little bit of background. You can work with it. You can add pencil over that, but just a tiny bit will go a long way. Now, I didn't go as high as the first outline. You want to keep it realistic, of course. So just a little bit will go a long way. Adding a tiny bit here and just right up in the front. She's missing a tiny bit of hair up in the front, but she doesn't need much. The angle of the brush really allows me to just add a little bit of color there. Now, I use the concealer. You can use a highlighting stick. It doesn't matter. As long as you get a little bit of highlight underneath the eyebrows, it really raises it up and just gives it a nice clean look. Speaking of clean look, the clear brow gel will add that beautiful clean look. Look at this beautiful before and after. Save and share the love.